Every industry or sector is subject to legislation and regulation as set out by the UK government. Some are the responsibility of the employer, and many will require your cooperation to ensure that they are correctly followed, enforced, and reported on. It is important that both you and your team are compliant with all governing regulations, whether these are set out by the government or industry regulators. We will raise awareness of key pieces of data legislation, rules and implementation that you need to make sure are followed. GDPR primarily aims to give control to individuals over their personal data. Data protection principles must be adhered to by any business process that handle personal data, with appropriate safeguards in place to protect personal data. The Data Protection Act of 2018 is the UK's implementation of the General Data Protection Regulations. The Act applies to information kept on staff, customers and account holders, for example when recruiting staff, managing staff records, or marketing their products or services. Everyone responsible for using personal data must follow strict rules called data protection principles. They must make sure the information is used fairly, lawfully and transparently, used for specified explicit purposes, used in a way that is adequate, relevant and limited to only what is necessary, accurate and kept up to date, kept for no longer than is needed, handled in a way that ensures appropriate security, including protection against unlawful or unauthorized processing, access, loss, destruction or damage. There is stronger legal protection for more sensitive information such as race, ethnic background, political opinions, religious beliefs, trade union membership, genetics, biometrics, where used for identification, health, sex life or orientation. There are separate safeguards for personal data relating to criminal convictions and offences. Under the Data Protection Act 2018, an individual has the right to find out what information the government and other organisations store about them. These include the right to be informed about their data and how it is being used, access their personal data, have incorrect data updated, have their data erased, stop or restrict the processing of their data, data portability, allowing an individual to get and reuse their data for different services, object to how their data is being processed in certain circumstances. An individual also has rights when an organisation is using their personal data for automated decision-making processes without human involvement, profiling, for example, to predict an individual's behaviour or interests. The Privacy and Electronic Communications Regulations, PECR, of 2003 sit alongside the Data Protection Act and the GDPR. They give people specific privacy rights in relation to electronic communications. There are specific rules on marketing calls, emails, texts and faxes, cookies and similar technologies, keeping information services secure, and customer privacy as regards traffic and location data, itemized billing, line identification and directory listings. If you found this video useful, here are some more you might like. Remember to subscribe to our channel to view our videos as soon as they're released.